Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, it's election day across the U.S., including the highly contested New York City mayoral race where polls just closed.
And SUNY Oswego will be hosting an emergency alert test tomorrow. When will it happen?
But first, the race for county clerk of Oswego County. Who is running?
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Soad Hamoud.
And I'm Eddie McAlpine.
It's election day across the U.S., including here in Oswego County. Oswego County residents are voting today on the race for county clerk of Oswego between Democrat Victoria Evans of New Haven and Republican Terry Wilbur of Hannibal. The 37-year-old Wilbur is seeking a second four-year term, while the 60-year-old Evans is making her first run for a county-wide office.
The county clerk's office handles everything from the DMV to deeds and mortgages to passports, pistol permits, and court records on a $2.3 million budget. Wilbur is a SUNY Oswego alumni and was the first majority leader of the Oswego County Legislature. Evans is a notary public and has previously run for the New Haven Town Board. SUNY Oswego announced that they will be extending the free application period through Sunday, November 16th. Applicants that use the Common App or the SUNY app are given the extension, granting them more time to apply at no cost. Those who submit the application by the deadline will have the option to waive the standard application fee during submission. If you are interested in attending SUNY Oswego with just under 2 weeks left, make sure to capitalize on the opportunity to apply for free.
SUNY Oswego will conduct an emergency communication system test tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. The alert is intended to test the university's emergency notification systems during an active time in the day. Tomorrow's test includes text and voice messages, alerts to campus phones, teaching station computers, emergency broadcast system outdoor speakers, and digital signage across the university. Make sure to have cell phones on you at all times, even if they are set to vibrate, to ensure you receive all emergency text messages.
The human remains found in New Haven this past September have been identified as former Army veteran who went missing back in 2012. 48-year-old John Humphrey of Screba was last seen walking along State Route 104 near the New Haven Fire Department. His body was found off of Darrow Road in New Haven by a property owner who was cleaning a wooded trail. The cause of his death is under investigation.
We've been getting hit with a lot of rain lately, but today it was pretty sunny.
It was a nice day. Let's see if we'll continue to get some nice weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Bradley Jacobs. Bradley?
Thanks, guys. And it was a very nice day today. A little bit of break in that rain and wind that we have been seeing. But unfortunately, we do have those rain showers just knocking on our front door again, waiting to come back tomorrow, with strong winds blowing in behind as we get those rain showers. And it's been a little bit cooler lately, and we can expect these temperatures to stay below average. And I'm going to do my best not to swear on TV, but we might have a sneak peek at that naughty S word. How much of it and when will we see it? I'll have all that more, my full forecast ahead. But for now, back to the desk.
Thank you, Bradley. As Election Day ends in several states, so is the mayoral race in New York City. The Democratic primary winner, Zohran Mamdani, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis Sliwa are all in contention for the jobs as mayor. As of 6 p.m. today, more than 1.6 million people had cast their ballots, more than any election in the past 3 decades. Polls for the election closed at 9, and the ballots are currently being counted.
Now an update on the shooting at SUNY Morrisville yesterday. The New York State Police conducted a preliminary investigation that determined the people involved in the dispute knew each other. A 20-year-old man who is not a student at the school is still in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after being shot in the neck. Classes were canceled yesterday, but as of today, classes at SUNY Morrisville are to continue as normal with additional security as a precaution. The investigation remains ongoing.
Voters in New York State today will notice one statewide ballot proposition this year, that being Proposition 1, which would allow for an expansion of the Mount Van Hoevenberg Olympic site in Lake Placid. The expansion of the Olympic site will allow for a winter sports complex featuring ski and biathlon trails to be built on the site, and set restrictions on property management for the future. Voting on Proposition 1 closed at 9. Still ahead tonight, a former politician has passed away.
And an explosion at Harvard has some new developments. This and more after the break.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan had prayed for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
Let me finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked. You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore.
Got what Ram's gonna say here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome back to your nightly news here on WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Bradley Jacobs. Taking a quick look outside here, we do have some clear skies. Again, issues with these graphics. They love having a fun time updating for me when I do update them, so my apologies about that. There is 49 with a dew point of 37. Humidity about 64%, so not quite as humid as we've seen the last couple of nights. If you've been driving out late in that foggy windshield, shouldn't have too many issues with that tonight. Lower pressure well above 1,000 millibars, indicating those clearing conditions, and the wind northwest at 15 miles per hour. Now, taking a look across the strait, we can see that 49 degrees with the lake keeping us a little bit warmer. Now, that wind will have a little bit of an effect on the feels-like temperature. Taking a look out across western New York, we have high 30s, low 40s. Down the I-81 corridor, kind of the same story down to the southern tier. Low 40s, mid 40s as well. Delhi, our coldest of the night, and at 37, those Catskills, those mountains, higher elevations, you're going to see those cooler temperatures. And then out across eastern New York, the capital region, also about the mid to low 40s. Now we do have some advisories tonight. We have the wind advisory, as you can see, all across here, western New York, all the way across up into the Tug Hill Plateau. We are expecting some stronger winds, and then down across here into the Mohawk Valley, southern tier area in the capital region, you guys are under a high wind watch. Chance of some high wind gusts over the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, what we can see with those high wind gusts is heading into tomorrow morning, those winds are going to pick up. So if you're on your way to class, try your best not to blow away. We can see those gusts getting up to 50 miles per hour throughout the day here in Oswego and well across the other areas along the southern shores of Lake Ontario. Now, we can see these gusts heading into Thursday morning, still about 25 miles per hour. That's still very gusty throughout the day, and those wind gusts slowly dying down towards the end of Thursday. Now, what to wear specifically, if you have my pick, it's going to be more having that rain jacket, winter coat type feel with how cool it's going to be. Definitely do not forget your backpack for classes, and maybe even have a scarf if you get cold around your neck. Now, I would suggest some rain boots and some other durable shoes as well for the rain showers we're going to be seeing, and a temperature tomorrow right in about the 60s and 50s. Now, taking a further look at the 7-day here, we do have those rain and windy conditions heading into tomorrow and Thursday. Friday, we can expect that continuing on into the weekend. Now, if you'll pay close attention, Sunday night into Monday, we might have some chance of the snow showers. Oh, I said it. Oh my gosh, I might have a good discussion with my boss after this tonight. but we do have that chance of snow showers heading into early next week, Sunday night into Monday, with temperatures still being up into the low 40s. That's all for my forecast today. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Bradley. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84. According to his family, his cause of death was complications from pneumonia along with cardiac and vascular disease. Cheney, who served 2 terms under George W. Bush from 2001 to 2009, were known for dramatically expanding the role of the vice presidency and shaping America's post-9/11 national security policy. His long-running health battles included multiple heart attacks, a heart transplantation in 2012, and years of cardiovascular illness that ultimately contributed to his passing.
Police announced that 2 men are in custody today in connection to an explosion. The incident occurred Saturday at Harvard University's medical school in Boston. An officer who responded to the explosion says that it occurred on the 4th floor. Police have released footage that depicts 2 masked people running away from the building. Police did not find any other explosives. No one has been found hurt by the explosion.
We're learning new details about the 2 subjects arrested and charged in an alleged Michigan terror plot, as Michael Yoshida reports.
Tactical vests and dozens of rifle magazines are just some of the evidence recovered by the FBI during its arrest of suspects in connection with an alleged terror plot in Michigan, according to a criminal complaint.
It's all very disturbing. There was large quantities of ammunition. I think it was, 1,600 rounds of ammunition.
Trips to gun ranges, secret meetings in parks, and encrypted phone calls are what tipped off federal agents that a group was allegedly planning to carry out a terrorist attack in Michigan on behalf of ISIS, according to the complaint, which was unsealed this week. Muhammad Ali, seen here, and Majed Mahmoud, both 20 years old, are now facing federal charges.
We just hear the FBI agents telling our neighbors 2 houses down from us, come outside with your hands up.
According to an FBI affidavit, this all began in 2024. Purchases of firearms, ammo, and trips to shooting ranges followed, court documents state, with the suspects also allegedly scouting target locations, including in Ferndale, Michigan, known for its clubs and bars that attract members of the LGBTQ+ community. The complaint also says recent communications among the group referencing, quote, pumpkin led agents to believe Halloween was the potential day for an attack. Attorneys for Ali and Mahmoud said Monday they hadn't yet had a chance to review the complaint.
There'll be a time to talk about the facts. This is not it.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
A third person, a juvenile described in court documents as person 1, has not yet been charged. Tuesday marks day 35 of the federal government shutdown. That ties the record for the longest ever shutdown in United States history. The Senate is about to fail its 14th vote on the GOP stopgap plan to reopen the government. And neither side expects substantial progress on this election day. With key races from New Jersey to California, sources tell CNN that Democrats are considering whether to accept a standalone vote to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies that are expiring.
Staying in the nation's capital, top federal prosecutor has failed in reversing the termination of 4 FBI agents. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro stopped the firing of 4 FBI agents on Monday. However, those same 4 agents have been removed today by FBI leadership yet again. The agents were part of the Arctic Frost investigation, an inquiry on the fake electors scheme during the 2020 presidential election. FBI Director Kash Patel has said to congressional Republicans that anyone connected to the investigation would be ousted.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News returns, researchers have potentially found a way to delay Alzheimer's. What method is effective?
And Denny's is making big changes.
If it's hockey,
In front, they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh, boy.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news, the 72-year-old dinner has decided to go private. Dennis's board has approved a deal for the sale to Triartisan Capital Investors, an investment group based out of New York City. The group has plans to take Dennis's private if approved. The dinner chain will be taken off the NASDAQ. Dennis's has been on the NASDAQ for the last 60 years.
Tens of thousands of Jeep plug-in hybrid SUVs are being recalled due to a potential fire risk. The parent company of Jeep, Stellantis, says the issues stems from potential battery failure in the vehicles. After an investigation, it was confirmed that 19 fires have been reported with one injury. The recall covers certain model years 2020 to 2025, Jeep Wranglers 4XEs, as well as 2022 to 2026, Jeep Grand Cherokee 4XEs.
A Sam's Club dietary supplement is being recalled across the U.S. A salmonella outbreak could be linked to the members' Mark Super Greens powder, according to the FDA. Several states, including Virginia, Florida, and the Carolinas, have reported salmonella-related cases, and at least 3 people have been hospitalized. Symptoms of salmonella include stomach cramps and usually occur 3 days after consumption of a contaminated product. According to a new observational study, increasing the amount of steps you take every day could slow cognitive decline in older adults who already show early signs of Alzheimer's.
Ivan Rodriguez has the latest on what experts have to say about this new discovery.
Changes in the brain occur years before the first symptoms of Alzheimer's disease appear, according to the National Institute on Aging. Doctors say physical activity may be one of the keys to prevention.
What I tell my patients is that anything is better than nothing, meaning walking around the block is better than not getting off the couch at all.
The presence of beta amyloid and tau proteins are hallmark signs of Alzheimer's. Amyloid can begin to accumulate in the spaces between the neurons as early as one's 30s, potentially affecting communication between brain cells. A new observational study shows physical activity could help slow the buildup of tau, and found cognitive decline was delayed by an average of 3 years for people who walk 3,000 to 5,000 steps per day, and 7 years in individuals who walk 5,000 to 7,500 steps per day, according to the lead study author. Dr. Leah Kroll was not involved in the study, but says people shouldn't get tripped up on the exact number.
Every step is a small investment in your brain health, and those investments pay dividends over time in the long term. But there's no magic number.
Dr. Richard Isaacson agrees and adds that what is good for the heart is also good for the brain.
If we can mind our vascular risk factors, lower our blood sugar, understand what our blood sugar is, not just trying to get for, a normal number, but really optimal blood sugar, optimal cholesterol, optimal blood pressure. These are things that can really slam the brakes on cognitive decline.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
While the research is informative, experts caution there is no easy solution to delaying the effects of Alzheimer's.
But studies do show that activities that are good for the heart, like walking and stress reduction, are also good for the brain.
The 2025 NASCAR season has come to an end.
Good thing we got our car guy here. Here's WTOP-10 sports reporter, the Big House, Brady Hauser.
Thanks, guys. The NASCAR season did, in fact, come to a close this past weekend at the Phoenix Speedway, and not one, but 2 first-time champions were crowned. Corey Heim picked up his first career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series championship after a dominating 12-win season in his Tricon Racing number 11 truck. Moving to the Xfinity Series, where Richard Childress Racing's Jesse Love claimed his first championship, edging out Connor Zilic. A tough break for Zilic as he won 11 races this season, but just couldn't catch Love late in the race this past weekend. And it's all young money this weekend. Kyle Larson wins his second career NASCAR Cup Series championship, beating a hard-charging Denny Hamlin to claim the Cup. Hamlin had the car to beat, but a late race pit strategy from Hendrick Motorsports crew chief Cliff Daniels ultimately helped Larson win the championship. However, he did not win the race, and Ryan Blaney picked up the win in the season finale for 2025 for NASCAR. Out of the fast lane now, and make sure you stick around after the break as WTOP-10 sports anchor Jacob Coleman will cover all things Oswego and more.
You like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor.
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 TV. I'm your sports anchor, Jacob Coleman, here to give you the sports rundown tonight. For our first story in Oswego sports tonight, the Oswego men's basketball team will be participating in their annual Max Zeal basketball tournament, hosted in the Max Zeal Gymnasium. On Friday, November 7th, the Lakers will host SUNY Poly and the University of Mount St. Vincent. The tournament will wrap up Saturday the 8th with a consolation and championship game. This game will give the men a good opportunity to build chemistry and compete early in the season. This week in women's cross country, there were some records broken by the Oswego team. Hannah Reichard, who participated in the women's 6K on November 1st, broke the Oswego school record for the women's 6K race. Reichard was able to finish second overall with a time of 21 minutes and 40.9 seconds. This was 1/10 of a second behind first place. Reichard joined two of her teammates in being named first team all-conference for their finish this weekend. Into some professional sports now. The NFL trade deadline was today, and things got crazy for plenty of teams. By 4 p.m., all trades had to be made, and the day started off slow, but it finished hot. The New York Jets traded away franchise defensive cornerstones in Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, respectively, while the Dallas Cowboys made two defensive moves to try and improve the league's worst-ranked defense. Other players traded include Rashid Shaheed, Jacoby Myers, and more. Switching over to the hardwood now for some NBA stories. The OKC Thunder are on a hot streak, remaining as the only undefeated squad left in the league. The former MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is once again having an insane season, averaging 33 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. His top teammates that are helping guide their success include Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams. The Thunder look to keep their undefeated season alive tonight versus the LA Clippers at 11 p.m. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our highlight tonight, we have the pleasure of going over the Arizona Cardinals at the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football on ESPN. For the first points of the game, they would belong to Arizona's kicker. And from 48 yards out, he would put the Cardinals up 3-0 on the board late in the first quarter. And for our next highlight now, Arizona would continue to build onto their lead. It'd be first and goal, and Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback, would fire to Marvin Harrison Jr. A beautiful route leading to an easy 10-0 lead over the Dallas Cowboys early. But the Cowboys are not out of it yet here, as they would show some life with a blocked punt by Marshawn Nealon, and it would be scooped up and a score. The Sam Williams block scooped by Nealon. The score is now 10-7, Cardinals still with the lead. But with 40 seconds left before half, Jacoby Brissett would find the end zone. It's a QB sneak to put Arizona back up 17-7 going into halftime. Coming out of halftime, the blazing Cardinals offense would strike one more time. It's going to be the tight end, Trey McBride, in the end zone. This is a 4-play, 70-yard drive to light up the board once more and put the Cardinals up 24-7. That's a 17-point lead in the third quarter. And now the Cowboys, with what little life they had left, would try to spark a comeback. It's going to be a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Ryan Flanoy, number 19. This touchdown would shrink the lead to 10, but it would not be enough. This would be the end of this one, as on the ensuing Dallas drive, Javonte Williams would fumble the ball and lose possession. Arizona would get the ball back and run the clock out to win 27-17 over the Cowboys at home. This game would snap the Cardinals' 5-game losing streak dating back to early September. And for the Cowboys, it's another conference loss to move them to an overall record of 3-5-1 heading into their bye week. To everybody watching, I thank you for joining me here tonight to go over your sports rundown with you. That's all for my sports report, and after the break, find out how Coke is innovating on its classic taste for the holidays right here on WTOP-10's Nightly News.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris.
Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back to WTOP-10. We've got breaking news into the newsroom for you. It's Zoran Mamdani winning the mayoral race in New York City. He won 49.6% of the total vote, beating out other candidates Cuomo and Salua. He's the new mayor of New York City. So that'll be our report for tonight. Thank you for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for Jeopardy! And again, everyone, have a great night.